Alright, rollerblading trends that have died.
Game over, man. It's game over.
Rollerblading's been around for a fair bit now, long enough for there to have been trends come and go. Like one day you're swimming in a quadruple XL t-shirt, the next day you're trading it in for your girlfriend's skinny jeans, a tight shirt and a waistcoat.
Sup, ladies, alright.
Let's get into 5 trends that have been and gone. 2007, the iPhone came out, The Sopranos ended, Mad Men started, and everyone and their dog was Rit dyeing their skates. We were absolutely... People seem to especially like doing it with Rems, man. There was like a whole horde of proper Willy Wonka skates. Taste the rainbow. Nah, I am the rainbow. Team Oompa Loompa. My best mate is Purple Ronnie. I drink diabetes-inducing amounts of grape KA. I'd be living an absolute sham if my skates did not match my lifestyle.
I want that purple stuff.
Easy. Dunk them in a vat of purple Rit dye and you're living your purple grape dream. I've been told my aura's green and I'd really like a skate to match. Ironically, you're financially in the red and you try to pay your rent with a coconut you claimed was grown in your garden in Putney.
You're a nut. You're crazy in the coconut.
However, we can dye your skate to match your aura. In it goes. There you go. Green skate.
That's right, frog's legs. This is your lucky day.
The sun is out, the temperature's rising, it's proper Bacardi breeze or whatever, a couple of breezes. Hey, why don't you get your skates to match your favourite drink? Get them in the vat. PJ and dunk 'em. Some of these really do nail home that message that we're messing around on plastic toys. Aggressive Mall had the market sewn up. You could go to them for the dye, you could go to them for full kits, and you could go to them and get them to do it for you. I mean, they'd do boots, they'd do cuffs, frames, sole plates, everything you can imagine. They were more than keen to do it. The people working there went from picking and packing orders to acting like they were Keith Haring or something, man. At its peak, there must have been paddling pools full of Rit dye all over the warehouse. Just be people lobbing parts of skates, people getting smashed, there's dye everywhere. It's coming out a totally different colour than when you went in. It would have been like watching those the Blue Men group when they play those paint drums. It's just flying everywhere, man. We were totally loopy for it, and I'm pretty sure it was around the same time that people were really like colour coordinating their whole fits. Like you had your skate a certain colour, then you had to have the clothing to match. Going to your local park was like going to a carnival, man. It was all kicking off. Really expressive, really bright, really loud. Things did calm down a little bit. I've seen glimmers of it recently though, especially with like people dyeing the Danny Beer ones and stuff like that, but it's nowhere near as big as it used to be, which is a bit of a shame. Beefing out skates. People used to love making their skates look really chunky, making them look like a couple of juice head turkeys who've done like, I don't know, multiple cycles on the juice or something.
Flex.
People had their skates looking like the character from Eclipse Clothing. Do you ever remember him with like the really beefy trainers? At the time, I remember me and my cousin stuffing socks in the boot of our skates, so it'd be above the line or below the laces, trying to chunk it out. I know there was like tongues you could buy to beef them out, but there was no way I was buying some tongues. Nah, man, you're not conning me into that. I'll just go and find a pair of my dad's old trainers and cut the tongue out of there if I really wanted that or something. It even got to the point where me and my cousin would actually tape a couple of pairs of socks up together and made them a little bit firmer and way more chunky. Get those rammed in, man. My skates looked like a stegosaurus. I remember it was particularly funny in Thrones. You'd have that toe cap, and then it would just be like a vertical where I'd stuffed all the socks in my skates, man. This solid little, almost like a spike or something. Looked utterly ridiculous, but we were all well into it. It's like somebody set off a bomb inside a sofa or something. It was just bulging out, man. It was pretty much rollerblading's version of like lip filler. Out there trying to kid people like we've got these big fat chunky feet or something. Elephant feet. As clothing styles changed, it felt like that got punted right out the window and people felt far more comfortable just kind of having their skate as they came, a little bit slimmer. No need to pretend that you've got these big old sexy chunky feet on the go. No, just take it as it is, natural. Natural is best. Yeah, just a quick one. Like, I actually really enjoy doing these videos, and basically they're run off your support. So if you're well into them and you like them and you fancy supporting me, there's a few ways you can do it. You can buy a t-shirt and then you get something out of it. Like, comment, subscribe, sharing it, that's really handy for me as well. There's a PayPal donation, chuck us a little bit of coin. There's also Patreon, starts at like £3. It goes up a few tiers. There's going to be exclusive content on there. I'm definitely going to be focusing on that this year, so you get a little bit of something there as well. And it all proper helps out, man, so like, cheers. skating vert. And I know I'm gonna have people screaming, people still skate vert. Yeah, I know, Takeshi Yasutoko is still ripping out some bits, man. I can't believe it, all these years, and he's still soaring into the sky, doing some ridiculous maneuvers. You've also got young Haruhi, who is like 11 years old. He's really good on vert. So yeah, a few people do still do it. Like, I think there was even a bit in plastic pushers too, but like, it is nowhere near as popular and as like integral to rollerblading as it used to be. Back in 1995, when the X Games started, the vert was absolutely popping off, and ESPN had it all over TV, so it was getting huge exposure. Fabiola da Silva was like smashing it up from like 1996 onwards. She continued to like dominate the vert until like, I don't know, she was winning medals even in like 2008 and stuff like that.
If I wanted to do it, I'm gonna do it.
She was like an albatross in the sky, just dominating it. Bang! Flying up there, doing a million grabs, waving to the crowd, doing a flip. It was absolute chaos, and vert was huge, man. People actually found a decent level of fame skating vert. Look at Ty Chris, man, when he wasn't doing double backflips, he was jumping off the Eiffel Tower, he was on Dancing with the Stars, he was in a heap of other TV shows, he was in TV adverts. Man, it really kicked off for him, and it all started from skating vert. The Yasutoko brothers made their name riding vert. You'd have vert pieces in videos, like I remember in No More Mr. Nice Guy, there was loads of vert skating in that. You had the likes of Sezamora, Scott Crawford, Rennie Holgreen, Tom Fry, all absolutely boosting it into the sky, and that felt like a pretty important part of the video as well. And even when the X Games got shift of street skating, they still kept the vert round for a year longer. And then after that, yeah, they kind of got rid of it, but they still had a demo as well, so you could see there was like still a bit of importance for it. But these days, I'd say it was pretty rare that you see like any kind of vert footage anywhere really. Like in your Instagram Explore page, it's not like there's loads popping off there. It's not like tons of people are going to that and sharing it. Like, when was the last time a new skate park got built with a vert? When was a new vert built anywhere for that matter? Like, you're far more likely to see like plaza sections, flow sections, like bowls and stuff like that. You'll never just see a straight up vert. Grind plates. Now, there was a time in rollerblading that we cared for our frames. We showed them a little bit of respect, we put a little protection on them, mostly because they were made out of wishful thinking, but also because we wanted a bit of longevity out of them, and then also, we didn't want to be known as a wreck skater. Oh no, I'm not no wreck skater. I am fully intending on going out and doing some grinds on these rascals. Get a grind plate on there, everybody knows what you're up to. I had a grind plate keyring just to let people know at all times that I was about that life. You could walk around with a couple of grind plates in your top pocket, just let people know you're always on the grind. And it's not exactly like you could walk around with a soul plate or anything like that, is it really? You could have a grind plate in your wallet. When you go to pay for something, accidentally on purpose get out a grind plate and just slide that over and just go, yeah, you know what I'm up to. As soon as I got grind plates, snap my ruler, didn't need that anymore. Got grind plates, so just do the lines with that thing straight as an arrow. Oh, I've left my ruler at home. Ruler? Nah, mate, get a couple of these metal bad boys. Comes in a cigar tube as well. Ideal for school. Now, they first came about as a wench that came with rollerblade skates in around like 89 or 92, and they fit on the bolts. And then after that, you got like aftermarket ones, CDS Detroit, Scribe, 4Dub, 5050. There was all manner of grind plate available. You had all sorts of different materials. CDS Detroit went in hard, man. You had different whips, you had friggin' regulars, repos, burgundies, woodies. Senate had the wenches, which came in like cigar tubes and chewing gum packets. Then you had companies like Hardcore and Puberty had glow in the dark grind plates. As rollerblading evolved, grind plates got well and truly sacked off because we had better frame options. But 4Dub released some grind plates last year actually. Video parts, releasing big old fat long video parts. People still do release bigger parts featuring multiple people. I mean, recently you've had Crazy Pills and Hit It Wet Again, but the way we consume media and stuff like that is just radically changed. There is all you can eat Toby Carvery amounts of content on Instagram. It's an all you can eat buffet of content. You can just pick a skater you like and then just basically scroll through their life, see every trick they've done. on an hourly basis or something like that. It's absolutely crazy. You could go on there and just see purely curb grinds or even just straight airs. There's content and pages just for that. We're no longer sitting around for months on end in anticipation of the next video release, only to get that video and absolutely session it for like 3 to 6 months until the point where like smoke is coming out of the top of your top loading VCR player and it's all ruined, and you actually know every single trick in order of appearance. You can just list them off. He starts with the front side, then there's the med spin, does a 540, oh yeah, this is a bit where he does a soyal. Like you could hear the soundtrack when you were out and be like, yeah, that's the bit where he does the fish brain, that's the true miz. You were just in deep, you were obsessed with that. That became your life. That is the only thing you would watch. You would learn everything from that. Social media kind of killed the video star, and I don't think videos can have the same impact that they used to have. It's going to be so much harder for them to like take somebody's attention for what, 3 months, like it used to. A video come out and that was basically all you could consume. Like maybe there'll be 2 or 3 videos and you would just watch them like religiously, and that's everything you would take in. But like you're competing with everything on Instagram on a daily basis, TikTok and whatever other avenues people are using, so like constantly distracted. You're not always going to go back to that video part. This all feeds into making it so much more harder for videos to have the kind of impact that they used to have, like when What Do You Believe In came out, or like Brain Fear Gone. Even for me, things like VG9 and VG10, which I would watch so much, and like Quatro, oh my goodness, me and my cousin watched that so much. To steal this video, just constantly like remembering all the songs, all the people in it, every trick that went down. There's just no way that could happen now, I don't think. And it's a massive shame. As a bit of a Brucey bonus, rap group skate teams, Dipset, Dipskate, skate team. Wild, can't believe that was ever a thing. Unbelievable. People thought that was it. We are back on our way to the top of that. This is it, mate. G-Unit's going to have a team. It's going to be absolutely berserk. That one fizzled out relatively quickly, as did the term freestyle rolling. That is too ambiguous. Rolling what? Rolling cheese down a hill? Freestyle rolling? I don't think of rollerblading at all. That's not where my mind goes. Freestyle, I think more like rhythmic gymnastics and people just darting about doing mad stuff like that, or freestyle rapping. And then rolling, I would never say I'm going rolling. Each to their own though. Some people liked it, and I guess it did work a little bit, but it's too long, it's too ambiguous. I don't know. At some point we'll come up with a name, I'm sure. And that's the trends that have died. I know a few of them like maybe are peaking back a little bit or still exist in some sort of form, but they're just nowhere near the peak that they were at before. No way. Thanks for watching this, man. Special thanks to HJJ, so that's at HJJ all day, for the music you would have heard throughout this video. Cheers also to all my patrons. There's actually too many of you to list now, but like your name is all up there. Honestly, I really appreciate your support. It means the world to me. Here's another video you can watch if you fancy seeing me say some more silly things. Otherwise, I'll see you again soon in some sort of shape or form, some sort of video that I'm doing. Spotty dog.